Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into two massive basketball stories that perfectly capture how global the NBA has truly become. We are looking at two incredible international icons who carry the hopes, dreams, and immense pride of their home nations on their shoulders every time they step onto the hardwood. First, we are heading to the East Coast to look at the powerful, emotional scenes of Jordan Clarkson overflowing with pure pride for the Philippines, his beloved penis, during the vibrant Philippine Independence Day parade in New York City. Then, we are shifting our focus to the West Coast, breaking down the fiercely competitive mindset of Rui Hachimura, who has made it clear that his sole focus and ultimate obsession is to win at the highest level with the Los Angeles Lakers. The modern NBA has completely evolved. International players are no longer just raw prospects. They are defining the league and carrying entire cultures with them. For Asian basketball fans, this representation is everything. When Jordan Clarkson or Rui Hachimura plays, they are never just playing for themselves. They are carrying a flag. If you were on Madison Avenue in New York City recently, you witnessed a beautiful collision of culture and sports. The annual Philippine Independence Day parade brought out thousands of fans, creating a sea of national flags mixed with basketball jerseys. Jordan Clarkson, who has proudly suited up for the Gilas Pilipinas national team, was right at the center of it all. For a nation that treats basketball like a religion, seeing Clarkson embrace his heritage so publicly during a high-stakes point in the NBA calendar was profoundly moving. He proved once again that no matter how far he goes in his NBA career, his roots in the Philippines remain a core part of who he is. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, a completely different kind of intensity is brewing. Rui Hachimura has drawn a line in the sand, sending a clear message to the front office and the fans. He wants to win, and he wants to do it in purple and gold. Playing for the Lakers comes with an uncompromising expectation of championships. While trade rumors constantly swirl around the team, Hachimura's stance remains completely unwavering. He has grown from a quiet, talented forward into a clutch postseason performer, proving he has the mental toughness to thrive under the brightest lights in Hollywood. These two stories show us the true power of the modern, global game. We are watching cultural pride and elite competitive drive manifest at the absolute pinnacle of professional sports. Now, let's transition into our deep dive analysis to break down the X's and O's, the team fits, and what these moments mean for the future. As we delve deeper into the mechanics and the emotional core of these two narratives, let us first firmly anchor our analysis in New York City with Jordan Clarkson. To truly appreciate what Clarkson is doing, you have to understand the specific, unique pressure of playing for the New York Knicks. Madison Square Garden is not just an arena, it is an amphitheater of judgment. The fans are the most educated, the most demanding, and the most fiercely loyal in the world. They can spot a lack of effort from the upper concourse, and they will absolutely let you know about it. Conversely, if you play with heart, if you dive for loose balls, if you embrace the grit of the city, they will elevate you to the status of a god. Jordan Clarkson was practically genetically engineered to be loved by New York. His entire game is built on organized chaos, fearless shot-making, and an irrational confidence that is absolutely necessary when the shot clock is winding down and the offense is stalled. When the Knicks acquired him, there were the usual questions from pundits. Was he two-ball dominant? Could he play winning basketball on a team with serious championship aspirations? The answer has been a resounding yes. Clarkson accepted his role immediately. He understood that he was not brought in to be the franchise savior. They had their stars for that. He was brought in to be a weapon. And what a lethal weapon he has been. Throughout the grueling 2026 playoff run, leading up to finals against San Antonio, his minutes were incredibly potent. Even when he only played 12 or 15 minutes a night, those were heavy, impactful minutes. He provided the essential service of keeping the scoreboard moving while the starters rested, a role that has historically been the difference between a good team and a championship team. But let us connect this back to that parade on Madison Avenue, because the basketball is only half the story. The Philippine Independence Day parade in New York is a massive event, celebrating the rich history, the vibrant culture, and the massive contributions of Filipino Americans. When Jordan Clarkson showed up, it was not a marketing stunt. It was deeply personal. Clarkson's mother, Annette Tullio Davis, has roots in Angeles City, Pampanga. Jordan has spoken extensively about how she instilled Filipino values in him: respect, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to family. For years, the bureaucratic hurdles kept him from suiting up for Gilas Pilipinas, the national team, in major FIBA competitions. It was a source of massive frustration for both him and the fans. But he never gave up. He attended practices when he couldn't play. He sat on the bench. He absorbed the culture. When he finally got the green light to play as a local in the 2023 FIBA World Cup, it was a national event. He poured everything he had into those games, playing through exhaustion, taking on triple teams, simply because he wanted to give the fans something to cheer for. So, fast forward to June 2026. He is in the NBA Finals, the pinnacle of his profession. And yet, he takes the time to be there, right in the mix, celebrating with his people. The image of fans wearing his Gilas jersey at a parade in New York City while he is playing for the Knicks against the Spurs in the NBA Finals. It is almost too perfect. It represents the ultimate synthesis of his identities. He is an NBA star, yes, but he is also a son of the Philippines. He is showing the next generation of Filipino hoopers, kids who might be told they are too small or that they come from the wrong side of the world, that the absolute highest levels of success are attainable without ever having to compromise who you are or where you come from. Furthermore, the finals matchup itself had a beautiful subplot. As Clarkson represented the Philippines for the Knicks, on the other side of the court, the San Antonio Spurs featured rookie Dylan Harper, son of Ron Harper and his Filipina mother Maria Pizarro. As Harper himself noted, having two Filipino Americans on basketball's biggest stage is a profound blessing. It is a testament to the growing influence and talent pool within the diaspora. Clarkson being proud of the penis is not just a tagline. It is a lived reality, a daily practice of representation that enriches the NBA's tapestry. Now, let us shift our analytical lens back to Los Angeles and dissect the fascinating, critical evolution of Rui Hachimura. To understand why his assertion that he wants to win the Lakers is so pivotal right now, we have to look at the incredibly complex ecosystem of the Los Angeles Lakers in the summer of 2026. The team is at a massive crossroads. LeBron James, arguably the greatest player of all time, is navigating the absolute twilight of his unprecedented career. Anthony Davis remains a transcendent defensive force, but a supporting cast has been a constantly rotating carousel of minimum contract players and ill-fitting pieces. The Lakers just endured a brutal playoff exit at the hands of a young, hungry, and incredibly talented Oklahoma City Thunder team. The autopsy of that series was painful for LA fans. It exposed a lack of perimeter defense, a lack of consistent outside shooting, and times where the sheer athletic output of the Thunder simply overwhelmed the veteran Lakers. In the midst of that chaos, Rui Hachimura was the undeniable anchor. We detailed his statistics earlier: the 57% three-point shooting, the 17.5 point per game, but stats only tell part of the story. You have to watch the film to understand his impact. Rui has completely transformed his physical profile and his offensive approach since his days in Washington. Early in his career, he relied heavily on a methodical, sometimes halting mid-range game. It was effective, but it wasn't mathematically optimal for a modern offense built around superstars who need the paint clear. Since arriving in LA and specifically working with Lakers developmental coaches and LeBron James himself, Rui has re-engineered his shot profile. He has become an elite catch-and-shoot threat from the corners. He has learned how to leverage his massive 230-pound frame to punish smaller defenders in the post when teams try to switch guards onto him. And defensively, while he will never be a fleet-footed perimeter stopper, he has become a highly intelligent positional defender, capable of holding his ground against bigger wings and power forwards, saving LeBron from having to expend energy wrestling in the paint. When Rui says he wants to win with the Lakers, he is fundamentally declaring that he is ready to shoulder more of the burden. He is no longer just a developmental prospect or a nice rotational piece. He is a core pillar. The off-season rumors are always aggressive. There are podcasts and analysts debating whether the Lakers should package their remaining draft capital and role players to chase a third superstar, a move that has historically backfired on them. Or should they trust the internal development of players like Rui? His statement is a powerful argument for continuity. He is telling the front office, You do not need to look outside. You have the pieces here, and I am willing to do whatever it takes to push us over the edge. Think about the psychological resilience required to thrive in LA. When Rui has a bad shooting night, it is a headline on every sports network. When he misses a rotation, it goes viral. But he has shown an incredible even-keeled nature, a stoicism that is highly characteristic of his Japanese upbringing, blended with a fierce, competitive fire that is honed in the NBA. This combination is rare. Many players crumble under the weight of the purple and gold. Rui has expanded his shoulders to carry it. Furthermore, his presence is vital for the Lakers' global brand. Just as Clarkson represents an entire nation in New York, Rui is a monumental figure in Japan. The business of basketball cannot be ignored. The Lakers are a global entity, and having a star Japanese player who actively wants to be there, who embraces the pressure, is incredibly valuable. But strictly on the hardwood, Rui Hachimura's desire to win is the exact type of internal motivation the Lakers desperately need. They need players who are not satisfied with just making the playoffs or playing alongside LeBron. They need players who are obsessed with the ultimate prize. Rui's incredible playoff performance against the Thunder was a statement. He was not backing down from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Jalen Williams. He was taking the fight to them. If the Lakers are going to squeeze one final championship run out of the LeBron James era, or if they are going to successfully transition into the next era with Anthony Davis at the helm, Rui Hachimura cannot be a passenger. He has to be a driver. And everything he is saying, and more importantly, everything he is doing on the court, indicates that he has both hands firmly gripped on the steering wheel. When we synthesize these two incredible deep dives, what we are really talking about is the maturation of the international basketball player in the modern NBA. For a long time, the narrative surrounding international players was about their potential, their adjustment period, or their cultural differences. What Jordan Clarkson and Rui Hachimura are proving is that we are far past the adjustment period. They are not just participating, they are leading. They are setting the cultural and competitive tone for two of the most storied, high-profile franchises in the entire history of the sport. Clarkson is infusing the New York Knicks with the undeniable spirit, resilience, and joy of the Philippines, bringing a whole new dimension of meaning to an NBA Finals run. Hachimura is infusing the Los Angeles Lakers with a disciplined, relentless, and highly skilled desire to conquer the basketball world, carrying the expectations of Japan with a quiet, undeniable strength. These are not just sports stories. These are human stories. They are stories about identity, about carrying your home with you no matter how far you travel, and about the sheer force it will require to look at the highest mountain in your profession and decide that you are not going to stop climbing until you reach the absolute peak. As we watch the rest of this offseason unfold, as we watch the Knicks battle for the ultimate crown and the Lakers retool for vengeance, keep your eyes firmly fixed on Jordan Clarkson and Rui Hachimura. They are not just playing for the name on the front of the jersey, or even the name on the back. They are playing for an entire culture, an entire heritage, and a burning desire to leave a legacy that will echo far beyond the confines of a basketball court. As we wrap up this massive, incredibly detailed exploration into the intersecting worlds of Jordan Clarkson and Rui Hachimura, it is important to take a moment to reflect on the sheer scale of what we are witnessing in the sport of basketball today. We have spent the last half hour dissecting stats, analyzing playoff performances, and diving deep into the cultural significance of parades in New York and the immense pressure cooker of Los Angeles. But at the absolute core of all this analysis, stripped of all the analytics and the media narratives, we are simply watching two young men fiercely, unapologetically representing exactly who they are and exactly what they want to achieve. Jordan Clarkson marching down Madison Avenue, surrounded by the vibrant colors of the Philippine flag. A sea of passionate fans chanting his name and shouting for the Knicks is an image that will forever be etched in the annals of basketball history. It is a powerful, undeniable testament to the fact that sports are never just games. They are the ultimate unifier. They provide a canvas for cultural expression, for immense pride, and for showing the world the beauty of where you come from. Clarkson's journey from a second-round pick to a beloved national hero for Philippines, all while battling the NBA Finals, is a masterclass in perseverance and embracing one's roots. He has proven that you can be a ruthless competitor on the floor and a deeply connected, loving representative of your heritage off of it. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, undeniably proud of the penis, and the penis is rightfully, overwhelmingly proud of him, our town. And then, on the other side of the spectrum, we have the quiet, intense, and absolutely lethal focus of Rui Hachimura in Los Angeles. We have seen the evolution of a player who refused to be overwhelmed by the expectations of an entire nation or the blinding spotlight of playing for the Lakers. Instead of shrinking, he has expanded. He has retooled his game, sharpened his mental fortitude, and emerged from the brutal crucible of the Western Conference playoffs as a proven, highly efficient, big-game performer. When Rui Hachimura looks the media in the eye and states that he wants to win, that he is fully committed to bringing another banner to Los Angeles, it is not an empty platitude. It is a promise backed up by 57% shooting from deep when his team was facing elimination. He is the bridge between the Lakers' present and their future, carrying the hopes of Japanese basketball fans who wake up before the sun to watch him perform on the game's biggest stage. These two narratives remind us why we dedicate so much time, energy, and passion to following this incredible league. The NBA is a league of superstars, yes, but it is ultimately a league of profoundly compelling human stories. It is a league where a kid with roots in Pampanga can own the streets of New York, and a kid from Toyama can become a foundational pillar in Hollywood. They are pushing the game forward, expanding its global reach, and proving that greatness has no single zip code, no single language, and no single background. I want to turn it over to you, the viewers, because your perspective is what makes this community so fantastic. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For my Filipino viewers, what did it mean to you to see Jordan Clarkson so actively embracing the culture during such a critical moment in his career? How does his presence in the finals impact the basketball landscape back home? And for the Lakers fans out there, how crucial is Rui Hachimura to your championship window? Do you believe his incredible playoff leap is sustainable? And is it the ultimate key to unlocking one more deep run for LeBron and AD? I read as many comments as I possibly can, and I cannot wait to see the discussion on this one. If you appreciated this deep dive, if you enjoy content that goes far beyond the surface level and truly explores the heart, the history, and the mechanics of the game, please do me a massive favor and hit that like button. It helps the channel tremendously and allows us to keep bringing you this level of detailed analysis. Make sure you are subscribed and have those notification bells turned on so you never miss an episode. We are going to be tracking the rest of the NBA Finals, the entirety of the offseason drama, and everything in between with this exact same level of intensity and focus. Thank you so much for dedicating your time to watch, for engaging with the content, and for being the best community in sports media. Remember to celebrate your heritage, stay relentlessly focused on your goals, and keep loving the beautiful game of basketball. I will see all of you in the very next video. Take care, everyone.